Okay, let me start with the simple truth. Human beings are not stupid by default. Yet every one of us has moments where we act against logic, against evidence, and even against our own interest. We know something is wrong. We see the red flags, we understand the consequences, and still we do it. Psychology doesn't call this stupidity. Psychology calls this cognitive limitation under emotional influence. In other words, we don't fail because we lack intelligence. We fail because intelligence is not always in control. Let's understand why. The human brain has two major systems working at the same time. One system is fast, emotional, and automatic. It reacts instantly, it wants comfort, safety, and approval. The other system is slow, logical, and effortful. It analyzes, it questions, it thinks long term. Most people assume the logical system runs their life. It doesn't. The emotional system runs first. Logic usually comes later, often just to justify decisions already made. This is the foundation of what people casually call being stupid. Now let's talk about the illusion of intelligence. Many intelligent people believe that because they are smart, they are immune to bad decisions. This belief itself becomes a weakness. Psychology shows that people with higher intelligence are often better at rationalizing mistakes, not avoiding them. They don't make fewer mistakes, they just create more convincing explanations for them. This is called motivated reasoning. Instead of asking, is this true? The brain asks, how can I defend what I already want to believe? That's not stupidity. That's the brain protecting identity and ego. Another major factor is emotional attachment. When emotions are involved, love, fear, hope, validation, intelligence drops. Not because intelligence disappears, but because emotions change priority. When you are emotionally attached, your brain values comfort over accuracy. It prefers a pleasant life over an uncomfortable truth. That's why people stay in bad relationships. That's why people trust unreliable individuals. That's why people repeat patterns they already understand are harmful. Understanding something intellectually does not mean you are emotionally ready to accept it. Now let's talk about familiarity. The brain loves what is familiar, even if it's harmful. This is why people return to environments that hurt them. This is why unhealthy patterns feel normal. This is why chaos can feel safer than peace. Psychology calls this the mere exposure effect. The brain confuses familiarity with safety. So when someone chooses the same bad option again and again, it's not because they are stupid, it's because their brain is choosing predictability over uncertainty. Another key reason people act unwisely is social influence. Human beings are social creatures. Belonging feels safer than being right. If everyone around you believes something, your brain feels pressure to agree, even when logic disagrees. This is why intelligent people follow crowds. This is why obvious mistakes become normalized. This is why group behavior often look irrational. Psychology calls this social conformity. The fear of exclusion is stronger than the desire of truth. Now let's address overconfidence. Overconfidence is one of the most dangerous cognitive states. When someone believes they already know enough, they stop questioning, they stop listening, they stop updating their beliefs. This led to repeated errors. Ironically, beginners question more than experts. Experts sometimes confuse experience with certainty. Wisdom is not knowing more, wisdom is knowing what you might be wrong about. Another important factor is mental fatigue. Good thinking requires energy. When people are tired, stressed, overwhelmed, or emotionally drained, the brain switches to shortcuts. These shortcuts save energy but reduce accuracy. That's why people make bad decisions at night. That's why stress led to impulsive choices. That's why pressure lowers judgment. This is not stupidity. This is cognitive overload. So what actually reduces these stupid behaviors? Awareness. Not intelligence alone but self-awareness. When you notice emotional reactions before decisions, pattern instead of excuses, discomfort instead of avoidance, you start regaining control. You learn to separate feeling from facts. You slow down responses. You question your own certainty. This is real intelligence. Let me end with this. Being human means being imperfect. Mistakes are not proof of stupidity. They are proof of humanity. What matters is not whether you make foolish decisions but whether you learn without lying to yourself. Wisdom is not never being wrong. Wisdom is correcting yourself faster each time, and that skill is more powerful than intelligence itself.